Hey, he finished it. He finished it.
Give an hour. Your head. Good ball.
Go. Well played.
Roll it up. Thank you. One is good. Jump up. Chiki. Okay. Header. Follow him. Catch up.
On behalf of the entire management of Media Trust, and this award goes to Ayuba, who is the highest proudly. So this is well deserved. Congrats.
Congratulations.
World Championship Award goes to Trust TV, the winners of the competition.
Honestly, the truth is we play as a team, and when you play as a team, you achieve a result. So that's what we just did. We play as a team, we follow the instructions, and we get victory.
I'm really happy and elated to be here, to see everyone around to participate in this very first edition of this. And we are highly encouraged as management, and will continue to promote this kind of event.
What I saw today has actually gingered me more than ever before to continue to bring about this kind of thing within the organization. What we tried to do was to say people should come, select the team. It doesn't matter whether you are on Trust TV or Trust Radio or Daily Trust. It's all about togetherness, and that's what I saw today.
It's all about togetherness there. Media Trust chairman scored the football competition that happened just yesterday between all the four arms that actually make up the group. They are a good one for the fact that that event took place and that Team Trust TV is scooping that first edition of the Media Trust Chairman's Cup. In the studio with me is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure being here today.
I call you the coordinator.
Yes, it's a very good match and a very good competition. I hope the Super Eagles will learn a lot from the players there. Like what the highest goal scorer, Ayuba, said, it's all about teamwork. It's all about playing as a unit. It's all about coordination, communication, and concentration. That's the reason why they are able to score 12 goals in 3 matches, and they consider only 1 goal. So that shows that they really went for the competition as a team. And part of the activities, the reason why this competition was held, is to see how everybody can come together in bonding. And you can't talk about bonding activities without talking about teamwork, communication, and helping one another. So I think it's a very, very, very good one. I'm not surprised about the display of raw talent from the players, sincerely, and that is why we've been saying times without number that if we can get ourselves together in this country, we have what it takes to dominate not only Africa, in fact, the world, when you're talking about sport in general, especially the game of football. From the 32 players that played yesterday, I can bet you, I have seen about 4 or 5 of them that they are fit enough to represent this country, either at under 17, 21, or 23, because they have what it takes to do that. But will they allow them to get there? No. Because of what? Because of what we have currently are playing at the NFF and Super Eagles, Flying Eagles, Golden Eagles. I think it's a very, very good one. And I'm confident if there will be a competition for the media organization in Nigeria, Media Trust Group will be the team that everybody wants to beat, because we have what it takes to be the champion.
Like you just mentioned there, that you actually saw about 5 talents that could make a team. I saw that MVP Mujahid Shitu, and also 2 of the players in the Team Trust TV, that's Ayuba Kefas alongside the other player, which I don't know his name, but really, if you look at those guys, they play like a team, as if they've been playing for years. And the ball connection between them, even though they're just few inside that particular pitch, but they play as if they've been a team for like 15. And that's like what you just mentioned, that compact. They show that compactness. They show that, okay, whatever it takes, even though we walk, but we can still play this game of soccer. Aside the fact that you mentioned those 5, I also saw a goalkeeper, the goalkeeper of Armenia, or the Daily Trust goalkeeper, really showcase. In fact, he saved Daily Trust. They will have conceded like 15 goals yesterday.
Yes, and you can see what they are doing. They are doing it for fun. Now let's take it a step further. If they are doing it to represent their country and they have the required training, they get the required exposure that they need. In fact, it's very, very fantastic. Then about Ayuba Kefas, I'm not really surprised, because I happen to be his coach, and which I've known him for 2 years and thereabout, and he has been a fantastic player. He has what it takes. Mujahid also, we saw what he did. He scored 4 goals and made 3 assists. And all the teams, none of them have played together before. That'll be the first time that they are coming up to play. So that's the reason why we said the excuse that the Super Eagles are giving us, that is because they came late to the camp, they cannot. No, they have what it takes. Once you are a professional in your own field, what you just need is someone to coordinate, and that is the job of a coach. Unfortunately, we don't have that in the Super Eagles currently now. So that is why they are wobbling and fumbling. As far as I'm concerned, I think we have what it takes. We just need to go down into the grassroots. If you go deeper into the grassroots, we can get the best players that will represent this country in terms of all sporting activities, football, volleyball, handball, swimming, taekwondo, just name it, we have it.
And finally, before we are done with this particular story, you were there as the referee and also the coordinator. Looking at the teams, the 4 teams, Team Trust TV, Team Daily Trust, Team Armenia, and also Team Trust Radio. Which team you enjoy the best? Aside the fact that Trust TV won the competition, but performance-wise, cohesiveness of a team and every other thing attached to it to form a team.
Okay, if Team Armenia, they can borrow a leave from Trust TV, they will have been the best team, because if you look at the compact of their game, they play more like tiki-taka style of football, but they don't have a point man that can really turn the passes,
all the activities to goals.
So that's the only thing that they are really lacking. And then communication also, they lack that communication. When their goalkeeper considered the first goal, everybody started blaming him. So immediately they started blaming him. He got demotivated. He even got to a stage I said, I want to change. I don't want to continue again.
The attack is on me.
Yeah, the attack is on him. So that's what really caused the Armenia by coming second. If not, they have what it takes to have won the competition. But if you look at the Trust TV team, okay, apart from the individual player that they are well coordinated. They don't do this game blaming that, oh, you're supposed to pass to me. And they have a point man, and their point man is Ayuba. So what they do is, whatever ball that they have, they are always looking for their point man, and he knows what to do the scoring. So I think Team Armenia should have been the best team, but unfortunately they didn't get it together. But there's hope for another time.
So automatically now, Team Trust TV play like Napoli for Osimhen, while Team Armenia play like Super Eagles, blaming Okoye, goalkeeper.
Maybe they play like Arsenal.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what brought Arsenal to this now? Just to let you have a feel of what happened just yesterday. Media Trust Chairman's Cup, Trust TV lifts made in a trophy, and we'll continue to give you more concerning that. Hopefully, next one will be better than this, although it's a good one, at least getting all the 4 teams together to play in Abuja, and the best team actually won. And the fact that the togetherness, like the group human resources manager actually mentioned, that the togetherness is the key, bringing together all the players that participated. Away from there quickly, let's talk about basketball. Well, we'll give you the story. Basketball, Denver Nuggets clinched first NBA title in a 4-1 series win over Miami Heat. It was a fantastic performance from Denver Nuggets from Colorado, for the fact that they were able to win this particular NBA for this year after defeating Miami Heat there 4-1 in the race of 7 games to be played in the series, but they made it even at the 5th game they played. Good one for Jokic. Nikola Jokic is the Joker who did so well to get Stan Kroenke, the man in blue suit. If you remember him, he also is also the owner of Arsenal. You can't take it away. Stan Kroenke right now has done well for himself by winning what he couldn't win with Arsenal in England. He has won it over there in the NBA to lift the NBA trophy. Maybe Arsenal will take a coup from this, for the fact that they were able to hold on to it till the end. Good one for the NBA winner, Denver Nuggets, and you can't take anything away from Jokic, who got the NBA MVP for the final in this game. Good one for them. Congrats to the Nuggets. 47 years they've been pursuing the NBA title. For the first time in 47 years, they were able to win it. Talk about resilience, talk about not giving up. And right now, according to their coach, Mark Malone, he said they are just beginning, that they are not satisfied with only this one. They want to win more. And I'm very sure that spirit is what a lot of our sportsmen really need.
Yeah, it is. And it's kind of something that, just like you said, perseverance, patience, and make sure you don't lose focus. And the fact that I didn't get it this year doesn't mean we'll not get it next year. I just hope and I pray that Arsenal quest for Champions League will not take the same 47 years.
47, it won't be like that.
But from their existence, I've won it. So it's looking closer to that 47 years, even if no more than, because we're talking about Premier League now, it's over 20 years.
Okay, good. Yeah. Agreed. Okay. That it's over 20 years that they've not won the Premier League. But right now, for Denver Nuggets to get it at 47th year, there's nothing stopping us now from getting this year.
Definitely. That's why I said earlier that it's kind of motivating for the Arsenal team that, okay, if our other team, the basketballer, they can able to achieve this first. Look at Chelsea, for example. It took Mourinho after 50 years before he can win the Premier League for them. So definitely, Arsenal too, they have what it takes. But what they need to do is they just stop jubilating before their success. Not that you have about 4 or 5 matches and you are just everywhere in town is Arsenal. Look at what happened at this season. They lost it. Is their trophy to win, and unfortunately they sleep when it matters most.
I just saw that it's only 47 years, like you said. Hopefully they'll get it right there. We've been talking concerning Denver Nuggets winning the NBA for this season. Good one for the Colorado team and also for Nikola Jokic right now. He is the man of the moment for what he has done with the entire squad, breaking so many records there for Denver Nuggets against Miami Heat. Away from there, let's talk football now. Well, the the Super Eagles will be playing against Sierra-leone this weekend, and right now the camp over there in Lagos is getting more at least bubbling as 21 Eagles in camp ahead of the tie against Leon Stars of Sierra-leone. They'll be facing them over there in Monrovia in that particular encounter. But right now as we speak, we have about 21 of them in camp waiting for the arrival of Victor Osimhen and also Bright Osayi Samuel. But for those 21 players we have in camp, let's just have a clip, a glimpse of the list of those 21 players that will actually be in camp ahead of the game. Well, right now they are really playing together. Ekong is there. We have Lukman Lademola, Aribo is there, Iwobi, Bassi, Ajayi is also there, Akpoguma Kevin, you have Kenneth Omero, Wilfred Indidi, Iheana Cho, Awoni Simon, Adeleye is also there as goalkeeper, your home base player, Sochima Olonleke Ojo is also there, and you have Duru, who is also part of that squad. 4 home base players were picked by Pizarro this time around, and he picked 19 foreign base player, Samuel Divine and Oyeka in that particular squad. According to him, he wants to make sure this team defeats Sierra-leone. We saw what they did in the first leg, and right now they will be playing away from home, talking about Sierra-leone in Monrovia. And also the Super Eagles, they need to win this game so that they can push forward before they face Sao Tome and Principe.
Okay, it's just so sad that Super Eagles, when they want to play any team in Africa now, we don't have that confidence that we are winning this match. Now, winning the match is not really what it doesn't really matter, but we still don't have a style of play. That is what is killing our football. Look at the Flying Eagles. The same thing affected them also. What they did was kick and follow. Anywhere Bele face. That is what they did. And that is what is affecting our Super Eagles. Until we get it right from the Super Eagles coach, the technical crew, we can take it down to other category like the Golden under 17, under 21, then under 23. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not particularly happy about what is going on when it comes to Nigerian football. Look at the list. You practically know almost everybody in there. So that is why other people, when you invite them, they'll feel like it's more like an automatic shirt for them. From this list, you should have seen about 15 new players, majorly home-based players, because we are playing Sierra-leone. We are not playing European team. So you should use a player that they are used to African mentality,
mostly home-based, from what you are saying.
Exactly. That was what killed us against Ghana. Our match against Ghana, if you have played home-based player, they are hungry for success.
They'll have given Ghana a much difficult time.
Yes, because we have almost the same pattern. But if you bring likes of Ademola, Lukman, Aribo, Iwobi, Bassi, Ajayi, Ndidi, all of them, they got tired because they claim about the climate, that the weather is too hot for them. But our players, just like the competition we had yesterday, the media trust, we played around 12 noon, and nobody complained about the sun. So the same thing will have happened if we are playing against the foreign base. So I think what we need to do now is to have a focus. How can we get a focus? We need to have a coach. We need to have a style of play. If I ask you now, what formation are we using in this country?
I really don't know.
3-5-2, 4-4-2, 4-3-3.
It changes every time.
It changes every time. But in those days, we know we are playing 4-4-2. That is why you have the likes of Finidi George and Male Amunike on the flank. They will terrorize the defenders. Then you have the Austin Okocha, you have Amokachi. They operate from the midfield. So they know what to do. They know how to distribute the ball. We have Sunday Olise, who play box to box as 4. But we don't have that again in the Super Eagles. So now you want to play Sierra-leone. I'll be sincere with you. I don't have the confidence that we'll go there and get the 3 points. And we can't continue doing on trial. Football is evolving more than what we have currently now. I won't be surprised if they beat us or we get a draw. So I think something really needs to really be done. The list, when I saw the list, I wasn't even happy about the list, because these qualifiers are the opportunity to give those people that believe they have an automatic shirt to come and fight and sweat for their shirts. Let them say that, okay, from these 21 people that are going, we have about 16 home-based players. We have our own NPFL, we have the NLL, we have the NNL. Are you telling me that from this team, you cannot get a standard 11 that can represent this country? We have. But I don't really understand the reason why everything you have to go to Europe to bring them in Europe. I think it's killing our football, and that is what is affecting the Brazilian football now. In those days, the Brazilian players, they are being picked from their own base. Flamengo, Corinthians, that is where they pick them from. But now they go to England, they go to Spain, they go to France to pick those that are playing abroad.
They are making so much names.
They are making names and noise. That's the truth. So when they now come together to now play their tiki-taka style of football, it will be difficult for them. That is what is affecting us in the country also. Now, these boys, they will come in now, today, tomorrow, we'll go to Sierra-leone. The weather will not be favorable to them. Before you know it, you play draw, and the same thing happen. Come on, we have to do better than what we are doing.
Well, we've been talking concerning Super Eagles. They'll be facing the Lone Stars of Sierra-leone this weekend in Monrovia, Liberia. But right now, according to Olawale Peters, the coach, Coach Pizarro, should have done better by making sure he gets those hungry players from our league to play this kind of football. Even though we know that some of them also apply their trade abroad, but at least the home-based Eagles will give them a tough time for them to be able to at least defeat them. Right now, looking at that particular story, transferring that to another one that has to do with Pizarro is now justifying the reason why he did not invite Gift Orban and also Victor Boniface. Both of them play in the Jupiler League of Belgium, and they score between them about 46 goals this season. And some Nigerians are asking questions: why not invite this young lad? But for Pizarro, he said, well, I can't invite everyone, and this the 19 player, I'm used to them. When he is scoring goals, this, that, was giving excuses. But just like you have said, Gift Orban, Victor Boniface, both of them score about 46 goals altogether. Now, with plus assists and everything, about 56 thereabout, and now they are not being given the color. Although that's not even the issue, but he's now trying to say, okay, this is the reason why I didn't call them. I have players that can do the job, and I'm used to them. And right now, I want them to make sure they pick this ticket and all that. He was also talking about flanks. Ahmed Musa operates from the flank, and these players, he's having Awoni there. He can only play 3 strikers and all that. But really, some Nigerians, they pose that question that why not give this chance, these guys, the opportunity to even be in camp with the Eagles?
Okay, and just like I said earlier, and the problem we have lies with the coach. I see no reason why a player that made best 11 in Europe League would not be invited to his home country to represent his country. What excuse do you have? You cannot invite everybody. Yes, you cannot invite everybody, but you invite those that are informed. That is if you want to go outside the country. Why did you invite Awoni? Because he scored about 4-5 goals in the last 3 matches that he plays at Nottingham Forest. Is that the reason why you should not take him above a player that made top 11 in Europa? There's no excuse until we have that open camp to allow people, okay, for example, allow everybody to come in. Just like you said, what's stopping from allowing Boniface to come? If you have Boniface, we have Awoni, we have Orban, we have Osimhen. We have 5 or 6 strikers.
We all fight for it.
All of them will know that this is not guaranteed for me. So they'll put in their best, but that is not the situation. He doesn't have any excuse for not inviting him. He's used to a particular player. Must you continue? The player that you are used to, what result have they given us? Have they won us anything? No. So why didn't you try and change? There's no excuse and there's no reason why they didn't invite them. Sincerely.
Oh, it's so painful. But really, look at Victor Boniface. He made the Europa League team of the season. Yeah. And we saw what Gift Orban did for his club. And really, a lot of Nigerian players, these guys, if you want to quantify the performance that they performed this season, aside Osimhen, that is above them. These 2 players are far more outstanding than even most of the players that is in that team. Although, well, Pizarro has actually done his bit. He's the coach, but it's always very painful by the time we get to play these games, and it's always a very tough one. Well, we want to appreciate your time with us, the coordinator of Team Arsenal.
Team what? Sincerely, if Arsenal can come to Nigeria and play media trust team, I will tell you this for free. We're going to defeat them.
I hope that will not turn to 54-0. That's it on 360 Sport on Trust TV with Olawale Peters. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure, Adeni. Thanks for having me.
I'm Adeni Aji Shafe. Thanks for watching.